So the Minnesota Vikings, officially to check, has released the 2018 schedule. I'm gonna talk about it right now. You're gonna see their interpretation.
Welcome back to TCO Performance Center in Eagan. Voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, Wabi. NFL schedule. Yeah. Vikings version. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but if you haven't,
Yes, I have.
here it is on the screen.
Now that looks like a stacked schedule. Number one team, obviously, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, and you might think, oh, they're doing too bad. With Jimmy Garoppolo, now of the year, it's dicey the way you look at it. You got Packers always, Bills, you got Bills, you got Rams are a tough one. Rams are. The Colonels, yeah. Jets are, yeah. Saints are not, should be tough. The Bears, yeah. Patriots are tough. So, it's gonna be pretty tough. They're mediocre record, but they're pretty tough still. Hard fought losses, wins. And then you got the Dolphins, which is a easy fight.
Lots of things to think about, Paul, when you're analyzing the schedule. But I like to look at how we start and how we finish, bookending home games on this schedule. But your
That
general
sign
thoughts
is the
on
road
2018
games.
Vikings regular season schedule.
Yeah, from Jimmy Garoppolo here to start to whatever Bears quarterback is playing at the end.
It's pretty true. The Bears aren't
very
consistent with their
difficult schedule. You're a
quarterbacks.
first place operation, and you're going to get a difficult schedule, home and road.
That's true.
So, I think I'm going to probably go conservative this year with my schedule prediction.
Okay.
Depending on how that Miami game at the end goes,
Right.
I'm thinking 14-2.
Okay.
So I know it's a conservative approach
It
to
really
Vikings
is.
football. So don't at me. But nevertheless, it just kind of feels like that.
The key is,
Yeah, it does.
after a great season,
If they do
is
good.
you don't want to be overconfident.
Yeah, no
So I
doubt.
think 14-2 is a modest look at how things could unfold.
It's a tough schedule.
San Francisco at home week 1.
I say
So
12-4.
the crowd will be loud and rowdy.
I say 12-4.
Begin the season at home.
Jimmy Garoppolo, welcome in. The water's warm.
Right, so on Sunday morning at PA on the mics, the tweet will be about Jimmy Garoppolo
Can I get a
coming
witness?
to the House of Pain, and can I get a witness?
Wow,
That will be the San Francisco 49ers, a team, by the way, that I do believe, honestly, is on the rise.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
GM, the head coach, they know what they're doing. They
Jimmy
got a
Garoppolo knows what they're doing.
quarterback, They have Jet.
They were good with Colin Kaepernick, but then he,
That's a
now
nice
Jimmy
team.
Garoppolo's doing
That's
good.
a good challenge.
Yeah, they're not to step on your season-long touchdown call, but there is a certain aspect of a reunion tour
Yes.
to this entire schedule. I mean, Jerick McKinnon week 1, Leslie Frazier, defensive coordinator, Bills week 3, Sam Bradford, quarterback, Arizona week 6.
Week 6, Sam
Teddy
Bradford.
after that, as we are at to Teddy and the Jets.
Teddy.
It's a fun schedule.
Teddy
The
and
way it's
Sam
run.
Bradford. Oof.
One thing that's kind of cool is what are the annual landmines in your schedule? And I
Yeah.
think it's at Green Bay.
Yeah.
We've had a tough time historically. Coach Zimmer, earmuffs.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
Chicago.
Very difficult at Green Bay last year in the
Tough at Green Bay,
I
but
understand. We've won 4 out of 5. We shut them out at Green Bay. We've won 2 out of the last 3 divisions. In
At
case
Chicago, though, you're right.
anyone is counting.
Yeah.
But see,
Even if you're 13-3 or like 8-8,
Yeah.
at Chicago is always tough.
But landmines. At
Yeah,
Green
that's
Bay,
another
we'll
one
get
that's
them
tough
early
at
in the
Chicago.
season. At Philly, we have 10 days.
Oh, that's gonna be a
get
tough
ready
one
for
for
that
her.
game,
Love
because we
it.
have a Thursday game the
Yep.
week before.
And fans, you have 10 days to buy the proper armor for that
Right.
game at Lincoln Financial if you happen to be attending.
We will need a military escort out of that city after we beat
That's
them.
true.
At Chicago, we get that coming off the bye.
Yeah.
At Seattle,
That's gonna be
it's a tough
good.
place to play. Well, that's Monday night, so
Yeah.
we get an extra day to prepare for that. 2 out of 3 at home to close. So
That's
I
pretty
kinda
good.
like that
Tough games, you get like an
Yeah,
extra
bye
day.
week right there in the
That's
middle.
perfect.
So
You know what I
that's
really
not
like?
bad timing. Yeah.
Thursday night football for players and coaches, it gets to be strenuous because of the short week.
Yeah.
And the farther into the season you have that, the more
Yeah.
physically tired individuals are and mentally tired coaches become. So to have that Thursday night game, it's at LA. LA playing fantasy football in the offseason with Wabi's guys, Peters and Talib and Ndamukong Suh, and trading for Brandon Cooks and all that. Go ahead and crown them if you want. But to have that game early in the season on a Thursday night, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Now,
too.
everyone likes
I love Thursday
the
football, it's
Sunday
really-
noon game routine.
Love it.
Right, so the Vikings have 10 of those right now. Of course, flex scheduling is in play.
Yeah.
And that can change. But 10 games at noon on Sunday, so we love that. There are 4 primetime games. So when you're 13-3, when you've won your division, you play in primetime. The Vikings will do that 4 times, including that Thursday night game that you've already referenced, PA, a rematch against the Saints.
Yep.
We have them at home. That'll be in primetime. That's Sunday Night Football.
Bobby,
And,
out of the bye is a complete grinder.
Yes,
It's an absolute grinder. And when you have a first-place schedule and you have teams like at Rams, at Philly, you got Detroit twice, Matthew Stafford, Green Bay twice, Juicy A-Rod is back. But then you at Chicago, that's a meat grinder. Whether you're 13-3 or not.
Yeah, that's
Green
good.
Bay
Yeah,
here, tough game.
the division
At
is a
New
weak
England,
anchor.
at Seattle, I mean, that is a tough
Yeah,
match
when-
right there.
oh.
Holy cow.
no doubt about it. But as we said, when you've won your division, you're going to have those games.
No doubt.
5 games in December. My last point here. 5 games in December with how the calendar falls. The
Yeah.
Vikings have no games on holidays for the first time in 11,000 years, so that's
Yeah.
kind of nice. But 5 games in December, 3 of them on the road. However, we do close with 2 out of 3 at US Bank Stadium.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about the potential of bad weather on the road,
Not happening.
mid-November at Chicago can be a little dicey. Foxborough, outside of Boston, early December, that could be a little dicey.
Maybe.
At Seattle, early December, Monday Night Football feels like clouds and rain, but that's how Seattle always feels. So from Garoppolo to start it, Trubisky to end it, you got Captain Cool week 13. You got that Sunday night game
Yes,
against
Brady.
the Saints with those nice rookies from last year. Week 8, Bradford, assuming he's the quarterback for Arizona. Week 7 at US Bank Stadium. Fantastic schedule. Great ticket opportunities when they're available. And for those of you who like to go to Vikings road games, honestly, I can't remember a road schedule as cool as this. I mean, outside of the Appleton Clomp early, but it is the Packers. You're
Yeah,
at
that's
Los
that's
Angeles,
terrible.
at
I don't like
Philly.
going to Packers.
Now, I mean, that's obviously tough because of the way the fans acted last year. But
I'm
it
gonna go
should
to
be a
Philly
really
because
good
of the bad
game.
fans.
Where the Jets play is a fantastic
I'd
stadium.
rather I go to Jets. I go to
City,
Los Angeles.
Chicago's cool. At New
Chicago.
England and Foxborough, I think we stay in Providence, but it's close to Boston. But when you're driving to that stadium, you drive through this little tiny, like colonial immortality neighborhood. Then boom, there's this monstrosity named Gillette Stadium. After you come out of these beautiful trees, at Seattle is cool. Then at Ford Field in the penultimate looks cool.
It is a pretty good home schedule. As Paul referenced earlier, there is a bit of a reunion tour feel to that schedule. So if some of your favorite players are on other teams, you can come check those guys out. But make sure you go and get tickets to Vikings home games at US Bank Stadium.
Cordero Patterson, week 13.
Yeah.
Belichick supposedly told Cordero, we are going to unlock with you what nobody else was able to find.
Right.
Welcome in, the water's warm.
Thank you for
Yeah,
watching
hopefully they shut him
this
down.
video as
They can
we
prove
broke down
Belichick
the
sucked.
2018 regular
Belichick
season
can.
schedule. Make sure you
Yeah,
find
let's
a way to
get
get tickets to our home games at US Bank Stadium because it's an awesome atmosphere and you're going to love what happens in 2018. For more, stay tuned to Vikings.com. Thank you, Voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Thanks, Wobbs.
All right, see y'all later.
That's a tough schedule. Yeah, and they broke it down perfectly. I agree. That tough schedule is grinding. That schedule is grinding. Like what they said, the drop road schedule. Don't look at it. He's like the record last year. Don't underestimate. He had 5 straight. Is it 5 straight? Garoppolo had 5 straight in you. Or I think 5 straight. Still, Garoppolo won out. He's every game like he won. That proves that he can win. Win tough games. Then you got 20. Then you got the Rams. The Rams are a good game, but a good team, but they're top. They're tough meat grinding. They're tough. That's a tough scheme. They're in the Rams. The Rams game is tough. The Rams is tough. But, I mean, the Rams are not that tough of a team. The Rams are a tough team. I mean, their schedule and record kind of... I mean, I don't think they made the list. They might have. I think... Well, yeah, they did, yeah. But their schedule is... They're not like a high... It's not like a high-scoring game last time the Rams played the Vikings. It wasn't, but it looked. But it's a tough test. And then you got Foxborough. Foxborough's always tough. Then when you get the Eagles, the fans who acted. No. We gotta prove to them that no matter what the fans do, and the armor, and the bad fans, the rowdy, terrible fans. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fans, I wish the Saints game ends Vikings game is perfect to play the Saints, because the Saints fans at home, 2010, remember? I believe it was 2009, 2010, something. The Saints played the Vikings, and NFC Championship. Brett Favre, correct. They cheated. They injured him. They called him the Super Bowl. Oh fuck no. Saints won. Drew Brees won the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl. And he did. And then 2000. And like last season, Case Keenum was gonna have a chance to play. Genius Mixon against Tom Brady. Fuck no. Eagles were fans of rowdy. And it could have been a good game, but it could have been a little bit better game if they played a little bit better. But even if they played the way they did, the fans, I think, were like a big distraction. And he's right though. You do need armor the way the fans acted. It's like glue. Not very good, but oh well. It's kind of legit. But yeah, that's my thing about it. And we have a full video on it, but and I mean a couple of full videos on it, one coming out but later, but you know what I'm saying. But it's kind of rowdy though. Schedule. But when you have one divisions, when you do make it to NFC Conference Championship, and when you do beat the Saints, when you do beat meat grinding teams like like the Packers, even without Rodgers, it's still a meat grinder. You got the Lions. Lions game is a meat grinder, like 14-7, and you can play games that are tough, physical games that are also like meat grinder games. Basically, that means like you grind them out for you grind out the game for 60 minutes and you win. Like just do enough just to win the game. Pretty much. So that's my action. So let's do the breaking down the 2018 Vikings. So as always, take care of my Legion.